AWS backup. Okay, so far we covered EBS volumes, S3, EFS, Glacier, Snapshot, right? 5 services. These are all very core services. So these are the mandatory services for every project team they're using. Every project team they're using EBS, S3, EFS, Glacier, snapshots, also backups, right? Yeah. So EBS is for servers, right? EBS is specially designed to attach to our servers. S3 is a, yeah, we can compare with Google Drive. So Google Drive, yeah, how can we upload the files into Google Drive? How can we download the files into Google Drive? How can we use the Google Drive? The same way, S3 also we can use. EFS, this is mainly for file sharing like share folder. Okay. Glacier, long-standing data. So, for example, if you want to store the data for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, if you want to hold the data, you can move to Glacier. So, if you want to take temporary copy, so replicas, temporary replica, so you can go with the snapshots, right? Yeah, these are all very important storages. Next one is AWS backup. Yeah, every project team, every company, they're using different backup strategies to protect the customer applications, customer databases, right? Yeah. So what is backup anyone? What is backup? Backup and ఏంటి? Anyone? Why we record backup? What is backup? Backup is a copy of important data. Yeah. So we can, yeah, what are the servers we are using in production environments? So what are the applications we are using? Whatever the databases we are using. So those we need to protect, right? We need to store somewhere. So in case any failures happen, any crashes happen, any disk failures or server crashes or any corruptions happen, right? So any server corrupted, so we can recover the backup. We can recover the data from backup devices. Okay. Yeah. So when we talk about backups, so here we have different types of backup strategies available. See here. So daily backups, weekly backups, monthly backups, on-demand backups, right? Yeah. So before going to cloud backup, let's try to understand on-premises backup strategies. Okay. On-premises. What is on-premises? What is on-premises? Our local server room. On-premises is nothing but our office floor, local server room, local data center, right? So before going to cloud data center, let's try to understand local data center backup strategies. Okay. On-premises backup strategies. So normally every project team, they are using different backup strategies, which are first one, important one is daily backups. Daily, whatever the backups are, whatever the changes are happening in the project, yeah, those data should be backed up daily basis. Okay. So which is a incremental backup? Incremental. What is incremental? Anyone? Incremental backup. Incremental and anyone have an idea? Real time guys. Real time guys. Incremental. Any admins are available in this session? Any admins are there? Normally admins aware of this. Server admins, data center admins. So incremental is a, yeah, okay, that is fine. Okay. So incremental is nothing but, for example, yesterday morning by 7 a.m., I have completed the backup. From yesterday morning 7 a.m. to today morning 7 a.m., whatever the changes happened, from last taken backup, whatever the changes happened, those can be backed up, right? So from last taken backup, we can take the backup. So which is a incremental backup. So normally incremental backup retention is 30 days. What is retention? Anyone? What is retention? we can hold the backup up to 30 days. So from 31 day onwards, what will happen? It will start rewriting the data. It will erase the old data, right? So retention is nothing but we can hold the data up to 30 days. From 31 day onwards, the backup will be, yeah, retain. Retain means remove automatically. Will overwrite. Okay. Yeah. So normally this daily backups we can configure at 6 p.m. daily. 6 p.m. End up by next day morning 5 a.m. So before next day morning 5 a.m. So why we configure at 6 p.m.? We can configure at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m. So why we configure at 6 p.m.? Anyone? Yeah. So normally in real-time projects, backup, so when we run the backup job, backup will be happen through network, right? Yeah. So when the backup starts, the bandwidth will be higher. So the network bandwidth will be higher because the backup will be happen through network. So in case if you start backup at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. or 1 p.m., so what will happen? Network traffic will be increased, right? So no one can connect servers. That is why make sure the backup should be started after business hours, off business hours. So we configure backups after business hours, right? 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. It starts next day morning 5 a.m. The backup will be end up, right? So normally this, if you want to take this backup, you can use the backup device, which is a Dell data domain. Dell data domain is a hardware unit. So in this, we can take the backup. So normally this daily backups, we can take share folders, share folder backups, share folders, we can take the backup. And also, so critical apps, you can take the backup. DNS entries, DHCP configurations, we can take daily. So these are the critical folders, critical data. So this we can take daily. Share folders, applications, critical applications, DNS entries, DHCP configurations. So DHCP we know, right? What is DHCP? Discussed already. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So DHCP configurations we can take DNS. DNS is a domain name system. Domain name system. While working on Route 53, explain. While working on Route 53 service, explain about this DNS, right? Yeah, DNS entries, DHCP configurations, we can take the backup in daily backups, okay? So here, if you want to configure this backup, we need one tool, which is so we can use the tool, which is a semantic tool. We use the tool, which is a semantic tool. Semantic is the software. So by using the semantic tool, we can take the backup. Fine. Yeah. This is the daily backup, right? So this is a Dell data domain. Dell data domain is a hardware unit. So in this we can, so in this Dell data domain, higher capacity of the storage drives we use, like 4 TB, 6 TB, 8 TB. Higher capacity of the storage we use. In that storage, we can take the backup, right? Next one, second one is weekly backups. Weekly backup is not incremental backup. It is a full backup, full backup, entire backup, all backups, right? Retention is 90 days. Yeah, so retention is 90 days. So here, this backup will be started every Friday at 7 p.m. It will be end up by Sunday morning. Sunday morning, 5 a.m. before Sunday morning. So we give buffer time, but within 8 hours, within 10 hours, backup will be completed, right? And also here in this weekly backups, we take all VM backups, all virtual machine backups, and also we can take databases, DBs, and also we can take critical applications, apps, critical apps, right? Yeah. So this, for this backup, we use the Dell tape libraries. So for this weekly backup, we use the Dell tape libraries. Tape library. Anyone having idea about this tape library? Dell tape library we use for this backup. See here. These are the tape libraries. So I'm talking about on premises. This is the tape library. So in this tape library, these are the containers. This is one container. This is one container. If you click here, what will happen? This container will be opened like this. In this, we can insert the tapes. These are the tapes. These are the high capacity tapes. Fine. So in these tapes, we can see here. Click here. Once you click this will be open like this. In this, we can insert the tapes, high capacity tapes like 4 TB, 8 TB, 6 TB, high capacity tapes. So in this, we hold the backup. We take the backup. So once the backup is completed, we can remove the tapes and we can move to alternate location for file safe, right? So once the data is backed up, the tapes we can remove from the tape library and we can move to alternate location for file safe, right? So once the retention is completed, we can take back the old IPs. We can insert again. We can take the backup, right? Yeah, these are the tapes. So here we use the same tool, semantic tool. Yeah. So if you want to configure any backup job, we require one tool, which is the semantic tool we use for this daily backup, weekly backup. So monthly backup is also a full backup. Monthly backup is also a full backup, right? Yeah. So in monthly backups, retention is same. So this will be started at 8 p.m. End up by Monday morning, 5 a.m. Before Monday morning, 5 a.m., the backup will be completed. So in this monthly backup, we take all backups, All backups means DNS entries, BCP corporations, share folders, and databases, applications, right? All VM backup, everything will be a backup. Everything will be backed up. So here, yeah. So here also we use that Dell tapes only, Dell tapes only, tape libraries only, Dell tape libraries only. So here we use the other tool, which is Veritas tool, Veritas Net Backup. Veritas Net Backup tool we use for this monthly backup. So here the data is backing up in this daily backups, weekly backups, monthly backups, right? So why we require three strategies? We can use either weekly or monthly or daily, right? Why we require three backup strategies? So because if any data is missing from the daily backups, we can recover from the weekly backups. If any data is missing from the weekly backup, we can recover from the monthly backup, right? Yeah. So these three are very important strategies. So every project team, every organization, they're using the standard strategies. These are the standard strategies. So along with this, one more backup strategy is there, which is on-demand backups. What is on-demand? On-demand, instantly, immediately, right? So instant backup. So why we require instant backup? For example, I ran this daily backup. So one of the production service in shutdown state, that server backup not happened. Okay. So immediately we need to start on-demand backup. For one server, two servers, we can start immediately. But if you want to start entire environment, that should be started by 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. like that. So after business hours. But one server, two servers, we can start it instantly, immediately. Right? We are right, everyone? These are the standard backup strategies we use in on-premises data centers, local data centers. Same strategies we use in cloud also. Same strategies we use in cloud also. Now let us go back to cloud and we can configure the backup strategies. Clear, right? Up to here? So normally backups already configured in real-time projects. Backup strategies already designed. So as a DevOps engineer, as a cloud engineer, what we will do? We can, schedule the jobs. We can schedule the jobs. We can run the backups. So if the backup is success, no need to worry about. The backup is failed, you need to involve. Right? So normally in this backup strategies, backup schedule is already designed. Most of the companies. Every day by 7 p.m., 8 p.m. or 6 p.m., the backup will be started. So this monthly backup every month, the first Friday, this will be started. So backup is success. If the backup is success, no need to worry. We'll get notified through email. The backup is success, right? If the backup is failed, you need to check the job. Why the backup is failed? Backup job is failed, right? So what happened? Any servers are down. Any servers are in hung state, shutdown state. Why the backup is not happening properly? That we need to check, right? Now, let us go back to AWS console and we can create backup strategies. Same strategies. In AWS, we use the same strategies. Daily, weekly, monthly, on demand, hourly also. Go to services, scroll down here, click on storage, here, AWS backup. Click on AWS backup. Yeah, see here. So dashboard. So go to dashboard here. So if you want to create any backup plans, you can create here. Okay. So here vaults are available, backup vaults, backup plans, protected resources. Here we can create the on-demand backups here. On-demand backups you can create in the protected resource. Okay. Yeah. Now, so before creating backup jobs, first we need to create the vault. What is vault? What is backup plan? Let's try to understand. Vaults. Vault. What is vault? So it is normally if you want to create any backup strategy, first we need to create one vault. Vaulting is nothing but one, so one immutable primary copy is a one immutable primary copy of the data. So here, first of all, we need to create one vault. Click on create vault. Vault name, I want to give app backup vault. So here, backup vault logically air gapped vault. So don't select second one. So backup vault only. So here, if you select logically air gapped vault, so logically air gapped vault store copies of. So this is different. So encryption method you can create this. Okay, encryption keys. So normally default keys available, customized keys also available in real-time projects. Better you can choose the default one. Give the vault tag name, same name you can use. Click on create vault. So first we need to create one vault. After that, yeah. So here vault is created, right? App backup vault. So one more vault I want to create, which is a DB vault. Two vaults I want to create. DB backup vault, encryption keys. Select this. Name. Click on create vault. Yeah. So two vaults created here. Two vaults. App backup vault, DB backup vault. So after that, we need to create backup plans. Once create the vaults, after we need to create the backup plans. Next one, go to backup plans. So here you can find this daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. So now click on create backup plan. Yeah, backup plan options. So start with your template, build a new plan, define a plan using JSON. So start with a template. Templates are available here. So if you select templates, so go next, simple backup. Okay. I don't want to use the template. I want to create a new plan here. Select second one. Now, backup plan name, app plan. Now scroll down here. Here, see here. Backup rule configuration, schedule, backup rule. I can give app rule. Now, see here, backup vault. So whatever the vaults we can, yeah, created here. So in which you can select one vault. So I'm creating app vault, right? I'm creating app plan for which I want to choose the app vault, app vault. So here frequency, daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, every 12 hours, custom cron expression, custom schedules also we can configure. Okay, like so midnight if you want to configure, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., or weekly ones, monthly ones, or custom schedules you can configure. Okay, yeah. So now I want to select daily only. I don't want to choose other schedule, daily only. Yeah. Next one, backup window start time. Backup window start time. So daily, I want to start at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. So here we need to choose the Asia Kolkata. So this is Mumbai region, right? So that is why we need to choose this Asia Kolkata. So daily 6 p.m. I want to start the daily back. So here start within 8 hours. So again, why we require this? So we already scheduled 6 p.m., right? But why we require start within 8 hours, right? So this is additional option. So you can choose start within 1 hour. Okay. So complete within 7 days. I don't want to choose the 7 days. Complete within 4 hours. Fine. Yeah. So this is my backup schedule. Next one. See here. What is this? Retention is by default they're giving 35 days. You can give 35 days only. Now click on create backup. Now the backup plan is created. Now the backup plan is app backup plan is created. Go to backup plans. Now we can see the app plan. See here. Next one more plan I want to create, which is a DB plan. Click on create backup plan. Yeah. So build a new plan, backup plan, name, DB plan. Yeah. Backup rule configuration. I can give DB rule, DB rule. So backup vault, I want to choose the DB backup vault. So daily, weekly, monthly, or custom cron expression. Better you can choose the daily only. Scroll down here. Yeah, start time by 6 p.m. I want to start this. And also here, Asia Kolkata, start within 1 hour, complete within 4 hours. This is point in time recovery. What is this? Anyone? So we discussed already. Point in time snapshot. You want to enable the point in time recovery, so you can enable. So 35 days retention. Scroll down here. No need to choose anything. Click on create backup. So two plans created here. So backup vaults created and backup plans also created. Two vaults created here. It's here. App backup vault, DB backup vault, and backup plans. Two plans created here. App plan, DB plan. Right. So now I want to assign the resource to the plans. So vaults created, plans created, but resource required, right, to take the backup. Right. Now click on app plan. Now I want to assign the resources. See here. Resource assignment. I want to take the backup. That is why resource required. Click on assign resources. Now resource name. I want to give app resource. See here. Include all resource types, include specific resource type. So here I want a specific resource type. So I want to choose here EBS. I want to take the EBS backup, right? Select EBS here. Now, once I choose this EBS, now it is showing volumes. See here, these are the two volumes available. In my console, these are the two volumes available. Uncheck this. So first, yeah, select first volume. Only one volume I want to take the backup. Click on assign resource. Now the resource assigned. Go back to plans again. Click on DB plan. Now I want to assign a volume to the DB plan. So click on assign resource name, DB resource. Scroll down here. Yeah, include all resource types or include specific resource. Select second one, specific resource. Select resource here, EBS only. Choose the volume here. Second volume I want to choose here. Scroll down, click on assign resource. Yeah, what we did here, we created the vaults, we created the plans, we assign the resource to the plans. Now what will happen? What will happen? As per the schedule, the backup will be started. By 6 p.m. daily, backup will be started. But now, right away, I want to run the backup. I want to run the backup right away. I want to run instant backup, immediate backup. What we can do? We'll go with the fourth strategy, which is on-demand backup, right? So this plans, as per the plans, the backup will be started. But I want to check the backup now. I want to run the backup now. For which, we need to go to the protected resources. Click here. Now click on create on-demand backup. Now, so resource type, which backup you want to run. So here I want to run I want to take the EBS only. So volume ID, these are the two volumes available. First volume I want to select here. Now, create backup index. Don't need to select anything here. So backup window, create backup now or customize backup window. If you customize, what will happen? Again, schedule, right? So better you can choose the first one only. Create backup now. Latest is 35 days. Yeah, backup vault. So you can select the default vault. Now tag name. Yeah, give the tag name, on demand. Click on create on demand backup. Once I click on create on demand backup, what will happen? ఏం జరుగుతుందండి? What will happen? Immediately backup will be started, right? So click on create on demand. So now the backup is in progress here. Backup is in progress. See here. Now the backup started. Backup started. Refresh here. See here. Now the backup is in running state. This will take 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. This volume, whatever the volume we selected here, resource volume, that is empty volume. Oh, nothing is there. If you have any 1 TB data, 2 TB data, that takes 1 hour, 2 hours like that. But this volume is 8 GB volume. Nothing is there in that. I think this is a Kubernetes volume, Kubernetes server volume. It's Kubernetes one, Kubernetes server one. So on-demand backup is going on. It is in running state. Yeah, normally in real-time projects, we schedule the backups, right? As per the requirement, we schedule the backups. So 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Right? So the backup should be started after business hours only because, yeah, so high bandwidth will be utilized when we start the backup. Backup will be, yeah, it will take high bandwidth. And also, moreover, in cloud backup, so we should not take the backup in same region. Should not take the backup in same region. So, yeah, our servers are in Asia Pacific region, right? We can configure backups in other region, either Ohio or North California or Oregon, North Virginia. We can choose other region, but we are using here FreeTIR account, right? Don't configure like that. We are using FreeTIR. So in real-time projects, we don't take the backup in same region. In case the region is down, backup will be down. Backup will not be available. That is why we need to choose other region. In real console, subscription level, that will show you how to enable backup in other region. Right? So still the backup is going on. Wait for 2 minutes. Once it is completed. So how to restore the backup, I'll show you. Restoration, don't restore the backup. If you start restoring the data, it will take longer time. That will utilize some storage. I'll show you the steps. Don't restore the backup. That is going on. So this is one of their role for a DevOps engineer. So monitoring the jobs. So jobs every day jobs will run. So we can will get notified through emails. So job is success, job is failed, job is success like that. So in case any job is failed, so we can check the logs. In that email, we'll get the logs. We can check the logs. Why the job is failed? Okay, this service is not reachable. This service is not available. Like that, we'll get all the information. So by the time, what we will do? In case job is failed, what we have to do? For example, one of the Jenkins service in service in shutdown state. Jenkins service in shutdown state. That server backup is failed. Okay, so go to AWS console. Why the service? Why the service in shutdown state? Why the service is not in running state? Okay, so we need to check with the respective owner. We need to check with the respective owner, the server owner. Why this service in shutdown state? So we need to start the server. Okay. So if any job is failed, immediately we need to run the on-demand back. So this is completed here. Success. So now the backup is completed, right? So once the backup is completed, if you want to restore the backup, okay. So click on backup job ID. Click here. Click on backup job ID. Now this is the recovery point ARM. This is the recovery point ARM. So we took the backup in same region, AP South 1. Click on this. This is the restoration. Click on restore. So once you click on restore, it will ask you to provide the path where you want to store the backup. That path we need to provide. That will recover the backup into your target, right? So don't restore the backup because it takes more time, will place more space. Some charges will be applied. Your account will be suspended. Don't restore. It takes some time. Someone asking, please do take backup second time. Why we require second time? Take some time, right? Yeah, so if you run once, one more time, second job will be created. So here, so these are the backups, right? So if you want to check collectively all the jobs, click on jobs here. See here? This is one job. It is completed. If you run one more time, one more job will be available. Like that, number of jobs, right? Yeah. So number of yeah completed backups available. So if you want to configure one more job, you can configure one more job. Okay, you can try that. You can try that. Deepak, you can try that. Okay. Yeah. So once you practice this, you can remove the backup strategies. Otherwise, what will happen? So on demand is fine. On demand is fine. Only one time it will run. But backup strategies, daily backup we configure, right? If you don't remove that, what will happen? Daily at 6 p.m. backup will be happening. That will occupy some storage. Yeah. So charges will be applied. That is why make sure once you complete the backup, you can remove the backup strategies. Okay. So here, this one also I want to delete. This one also I want to delete on demand. Click on delete. Confirm. Yeah. Next one. Go back to backup plans. So here, DB plan. I want to remove first. So click on plan. First, we need to remove the assigned resources. Resource assignments. Resource should be removed first. Remove this, delete this. So resource name you can provide here. Copy this. Paste it. After that, you can remove the plan, DB plan. Click on delete. View the plan. Great plan. Right. So next one more plan is there, right? Which is app plan. Click on app plan. Remove the resource, app resource. Delete. Give the resource name. Now remove the app plan. Delete plan. So after that, you can remove the vaults also. Two vaults are available. Right? DB vault. Select DB vault. Click on delete vault. Give the vault name. Click on delete backup vault. Next one, app backup vault. Delete vault. Give the vault name. Delete the backup. So like bottom to top, we need to remove the resources. So we create the resources from top to bottom. So we need to remove the resource from bottom to top, right? Yeah, this is the way we can clean up the resources. Otherwise, so every day as per the schedule, the backup will be triggered. So if the backup is triggered, that will utilize some that storage, right? Yeah, some charges will be applied. Clear, right, everyone? Any questions up here, anyone? Anyone having any questions? Before moving to next concept, anyone having any questions? So if you have any questions, you can raise your hand. I give you unmute option. I enable the unmute.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
So the data which we are doing backup, is this a development backup or at a production backup?
Any backup as per the requirement, not only production data, so QA data or UAT or development data, any data as per the project and requirement, you can take the backup.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Yeah. Now, one more concept we can cover today. Still, we have 35 minutes time, right? So tomorrow we'll discuss about IAM service. So today we'll cover one more service, which is yeah. So we have three notification services are available. Three notification services. Notification services. What are those? So here notification services are. First one is SMS. Simple notification service. So next one is second one, SQS. Simple queue service. Third one is SES. SES. Simple email service. Three notification services are available, right? Yeah. Let's try to understand theoretically first. After that, we can create SES. SES is very simple one. Okay. So SQS will take 1 hour. This SNS, while working on auto scaling, while working on CloudWatch, CloudWatch explain this. So maybe day after tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, Monday, we're going to work on CloudWatch. By the time I'll show you the SNS. So basically, what is SNS? SNS, simple notification service. So for example, we are using infrastructure, right? What is infrastructure? What is infrastructure? The project we are using, projects, project teams, they're using infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Anyone having idea? Infrastructure. So if you want to automate the activities, we require infrastructure, right? So currently, every project team they're using automation tools like Kubernetes, Docker, Jenkins, and Terraform, Git, Maven. So if you want to automate any activities, so very first thing we required infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure is a servers, storage, network, load balancers, right? Yeah, these are all required to automate the activities. Okay. For example, we are using one production server. The production server utilizing high CPU, high CPU. So the server is running 24/7. So normally production servers like we deployed Flipkart application on the production server. So Flipkart application. So normally Flipkart, so sometimes so they give some offers, big billion day, New Year offers, festival offers, weekend offers, right? Sometimes year-end offers, year-end offers, March ending, March ending, year-end closing offers. So like that, they give offers, right? So when they give offer, for example, mobile offer or any laptop offer or any other gadget offers, they give some time. Within that time, they give the offer. So for example, night time, 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. or 12 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 a.m. or 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Like that, they give some offers. Okay. So by the time, what will happen? High volume requests come to the servers. High volume requests come to the servers. So by the time, CPU will be utilized. CPU will be utilized. More CPU, right? Yeah. So backend, what we will do, we configure SNS. So normally servers we do, yeah, we are using production server. So 24/7 we cannot monitor. Manually we cannot monitor. For example, we are staying in apartments, right? So anytime, any moment, visitors come to your apartment. Visitor comes, salesmen, sales boys, or any other people come to apartment. So every moment we cannot monitor, right? That is why security guy, security person monitor and they inform you. Same way, SNS, when we configure SNS monitor 24/7. If any threshold reaches, what is threshold? For example, we are using production server. So production server utilizing the CPU 40%, 40% CPU. But whenever the CPU utilization reaches to 70%, we configured one threshold. Whenever the CPU utilization reaches to 70%, we get notified through email, right? So like that, we configure the threshold. So once the CPU utilization reaches to 70%, SNS automatically trigger one email, right? So by the time, what we will do? Okay, this server is utilizing 70%. What happened to this server? We can log in the server, we can check. It will act as a gatekeeper. SNS will act as a gatekeeper, security person. It will monitor. So normally the security guy will give some terms. If anyone comes to apartment, just call me or notify me so that I'll allow them or deny them, like that, right? Same way, so in SNS, we configure the threshold as per the notification, as per the rules, threshold rules. SNS trigger the emails, right? Clear, right? So if any infrastructure issues happening, CPU utilization happening, CPU utilization, more CPU utilization, memory utilization, more memory utilization, application utilization, more application utilization will get notified through email, through SMS, right? These are notifications, simple notification service. So practically we configure this. So on Monday, okay? Yeah. So next one, SQS, simple queue service. What is SQS? Okay. Yeah. So globally, we are utilizing credit cards, right? Globally, we are using credit cards, right? So, for example, HDFC credit. So globally, people swap the card. So once we swap the credit card or debit card, HDFC card, so what will happen? That request will go to queuing system. Queuing system. That request will be processed to the request go to first server. From there, it will move to the queue system. So from there, it will move to the Lambda. Lambda one, Lambda is there service. So while working on Lambda, I'll show you. So first to receive the queuing system. First in, first out. There is a option. First in, first out are standard. So I'll show you quickly. Just to give you overview. While working on this, I explain. We'll go very deeper. See here. Standard and FIFO. Two options will be available. Two options are available. So if you want to configure SQS, standard FIFO. Standard is standard process. FIFO means first in, first out. For example, we classroom guys, we are 12 members here. Okay. So we swap the card at a time. At a time, we swap the credit card. Your card you swap, my card I swap. So immediately all the requests go to the server. So the request will be moved to the queue system. So queue system receive the request and will process first in, first out. It will hand over to Lambda. Lambda will process the request. So backend this much, backend Yeah, this process will be happen, but we don't know. When we swap the card, that will be process the request, right? So once we swap the card, immediately that will be happen. But back end, this much of process will be happen. So once we swap the card, that will go to queuing system. From there, it will move to Lambda. Lambda will process the request, right? While working on this, we'll go very deep, right? That is one example for SQS. And one more example. For example, we book a product in Flipkart or Amazon shopping site. Once you book the product, immediately we get one message, right? What is that message? Your order has been placed. Your order has been placed. We'll send that. SQS will send that. SQS. So once the product is reached to your city, we'll get one more message. What is that message? Product is out for delivery, right? Once the product is delivered, we get one more message. What is that? Your product has been successfully delivered. We'll send that queuing system, SQS. Every stage, whenever the changes happen in the system, automatically it will trigger the message, right? So while working on SQS, this will take 1 hour, right? Yeah. So maybe after a few sessions, we'll discuss about this SQS. Yeah. So now we'll discuss about SCS. SCS will not take much time. It will take hardly 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah. SCS, simple email service. Just practically we can create now. For example, when we go to hypermarkets, right? So when we buy any product, so while purchasing that product, they take your number, right? We provide our numbers. So they take the number, they add into domain, they add into their domain. So whenever they have any offers, they send bulk messages, bulk emails, bulk SMSs. So for example, any weekend offers, any product offers, they send bulk SMS, bulk emails. So by the time SCS process the bulk emails, bulk SMS, right? This we can configure. This we can configure. So SCS send the bulk emails, bulk messages. So yeah, so we required here domain to configure this, but domain is not there. So we can configure in other way. Okay. So now search here SCS, simple email service. Yeah, Amazon simple email service. Open this. Now here we have different options are available. So sending limits, right? Optimize setup, account health. So different options are available. So daily email usage, how many emails you send, sending statistics, sends, rejects, how many mails are rejects, you can monitor here. How many mails are bounce, compliance, right? Yeah. So here you can go to the identities. Here you can go to the identities. So now I want to create one identity. Click on create identity. See here. What is this? Domain required here. If you want to configure SCS, we need domain. If you want to send bulk emails, we need domain. So we don't have any domain. So normally, every organization they're using domain. So Capgemini domain, Wipro domain, HCL domain, their own domains. Okay. So we don't have any domain here for practice. For which, what I will do, I want to select email address. Email address. Select this. So you can give the email address here. Any email address you can give your email address. Now, tag names. Tag name, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Name, SCS. SCS. Okay. So click on create identity. Create identity. So once create the identity, now see here, what it is saying here, verification pending. Once you create the identity, so whatever the email you configured for that email, yeah, one notification will send to that email. One not notification, one validation link will be sent to that email. So go to that email and you can validate that. Validate. Once you validate that, this will be activated, right? To send the emails. Now go to Gmail account. See here. What is this? Email address verification request in region Asia Pacific. Click on this. See here. We have received a request to authorize this email address for the Amazon SCS and Amazon pinpoint something they're saying. So once you click on this, this will be validated so that we can send the emails. So click on this link. Now this is here. Successfully verified an email address. You can now start sending email from this address. Okay. So go back here. Now refresh here. Now it is showing verified, verified. Okay. So now we can start sending the emails. Now, once it is verified, click on identities. Click on your email. Now click on send test email. Send test email. So here, formatted raw. So anything you can keep here. Now select the here scenario from address. You can select here. From address you can select here. This is the from address. Better you can select. Formatted would be better. Yeah. So from address by default selected. Scenario. See here. Successful delivery bounds compliant recipient address on, yeah, automatic response. Better you can choose the custom, right? So here recipients address, right? So normally in real, yeah. So this emails, bulk emails register in domain level. So currently we don't have any domain. Okay. So that is why. So domain address we can add here. In that domain, all email addresses are available. So once you give that address, so at a time, all the people receive the email, right? So custom recipients, same address I want to give for testing. For testing, same address I want to give. Subject line, SCS test. Yeah. So here, body of the message. SCS test email DevOps with AWS 7 a.m. match and SCS something. Yeah. So here from address is same address. Normally from address we give the domain. From address we need to give the domain in real-time projects. But here we don't have any domain, that is when. So I give the same address. So here custom scenario custom is selected. So custom recipient's address. So once you select the domain automatically, that will be added. Okay. So subject line and body of the message. Now click on send email. Send test email. So email sent successfully. So now go back to inbox. See, So this manually we send this, but in real-time projects, domain automatically send when they have offers. Click on this. See here? Be careful with this message. This is yeah something. So subject line test, SS test, body of the message, SS test email, DevOps with AWS, 7 a.m. batch, SES testing, right? In real-time projects, bulk messages at a time. So bulk messages will be sent to the recipients. Okay. Clear, right, everyone? Any questions here, anyone? Anyone having any questions? Yeah, Venkatesh, you can go ahead. I gave you unmute, Venkatesh, you can go ahead. You raise your hand, right? Anyone having any questions here?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Sir, this email, if we don't get that email notification,
Mhm.
so what should we do?
Yeah, we need to validate first. You need to validate properly. Otherwise, sometimes the mail will be drop off, so it will not send properly. Mail is not receiving. We need to verify that. We need to troubleshoot.
Okay, in the AWS console or where we need to verify that?
Yeah. So here, SES configuration we need to verify. SES configuration we need to verify. So this should be verified. This should be verified. Otherwise, we don't get any emails.
Yeah.
So we'll not get any emails if it is not verified.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So any other questions, anyone? So AWS backup strategies we discussed, right? And also SES also we configured. So these two services are very important services. Make sure everyone practice. Yeah. So tomorrow, first we'll discuss about IAM service. IAM, identity and access management. So once complete that, once we work on that, we can cover one more service. We have time. We'll see that. So IAM is very core service, very important service. Identity and access management. When we join into the project, we'll get the IAM user. So by using IAM user only, we can log into the system. We can log into the domain. Identity and access management. Tomorrow we'll discuss about that. So make sure everyone practice on a daily basis. Everyone practice. So once you practice this SES, go to identities, remove the identity, remove this identities. Select this, click on delete, click on delete. Clear, right? Anyone having any questions on previous sessions? You can ask your questions. If you have any questions, anyone having any questions on previous sessions, you can ask. I enable the unmute to all. Anyone having any questions, you can ask me now. Yeah, Mayur, you can ask your question. I enable the unmute. A bit louder. Voice is not audible. Is it audible now? So can you speak a bit louder? Yeah, is it audible now? Yeah, very low. Voice is very low.
Is it audible now?
Your voice is very low.
Hello, hello. Audible now? Hello, is it
Yeah,
audible now?
yeah, go ahead, please. You can speak now.
Ram sir, in this S3 bucket, okay, if how can we give permission to somebody can use my bucket or see my files or
Three packet I understand, but so voice is very, very low. Voice is very low.
no? What
Still
I'm
not.
telling,
Ah,
uh,
yes, yes. Now it is fine. Yes. Go ahead, please.
now, if we create an S3 bucket, an S3 bucket, A folder and B folder are there. So I need to give access to one of the my colleague or employee to A folder, read
Eh,
access or write access. How can we give permission?
Yeah. So that customization subscription level that is possible. Subscription level. Subscription required. So folder level access if you want to provide. Subscription level definitely we can provide that. So in real-time projects, always use the subscription. In real-time projects, always use the subscription. What is subscription? Paid versions. Paid versions. Here we are using we are using free versions, free tier, right? So in
Yes.
paid version, definitely you can customize, you can give the customized permissions. You understand, right?
Yeah, I got it.
So currently we are using free tier account, right? Limitations
Yes.
are there here. Because yeah, so if you configure any paid services, what will happen? Charges will be applied. So here subscription level that will be allowed. Okay.
Okay. Now, one more. My question is like, if he is not part of the organization, example, uh, can we give the permission on his Gmail account, like ARN or something, where he can click that
Yes.
and
Yes.
come inside the folder? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So normally in real-time projects, what will happen? You are the permanent employee. You are the permanent employee. But vendors join into the project. Vendors. What is vendor?
Anybody from outside my organization?
Exactly. Somebody from outside the organization. Like for example, so Wipro people go and work with Microsoft, right? Capgemini people go and work with Google. So and TCS people work with Verizon, like that. So they get salary from other company. They work with other service product-based company. They get salary from their parent company, but they work with other company. For them, we can give the other access, as you told that email access something you by using ARN email, like that you can provide the access. That is possible. That is possible,
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. So make sure everyone practice. Any other questions, anyone? Any other questions, anyone? Yeah. So make sure everyone practice. If you have any questions, you can note down all the questions. You can ask me tomorrow. Okay. So this backup strategies and SES, these two services are very important services. So make sure everyone practice. Fine. Yeah. So we can stop here. Thank you all.